So in this video, I'm going to talk about how to avoid cell phone distractions while studying. Truth is, many of us love using our cell phone, but we're also really addicted to it. And the reality is, sometimes we need to study, but our phone is just like this huge distraction that just keeps getting in our way. You know, you're just like reading your notes, and all of a sudden, boom, you're checking your phone in a couple of seconds. Okay, but then after you're done checking your notification, you're done checking Snapchat, you're like, you know what? Let me put my phone away and let me just get back to studying like I need to study. I have a big exam tomorrow. But then 10 minutes later, boom, you get another notification and you get distracted from studying again. And something else that has become very, very common is that you're studying and you're like, oh, let me just take a very short tech break. Let me check Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, MySpace, whatever you use. But then you just get stuck on your phone for about like 20 minutes and you realize that you've wasted so much study time just using your phone. That's why today in this video, I'm going to show you guys some techniques that I personally use. I find these techniques very useful and they really do help me not get distracted with my phone while I'm studying. Now the first technique that I use, I like to call it the mute and distance. The name pretty much just gives it all. You mute your phone, and then once it's muted, you distance it away not only from you, but from your study area. Now traditionally, most of us study in a desk. The problem is that if you mute your phone, you leave it faced up right there on your desk, you're still going to be urged to get it because it's right there, it's visible in your line of sight. See, the purpose of this technique is just to avoid even seeing your phone. If you don't see your phone, how are you going to get distracted? You're not going to be able to see any notifications that are coming from it. And since it's muted, you're not going to be able to hear the notifications anyway. Now you're probably asking me, Danny, where do I put my phone then? How do I distance it? Simple. Put it in another room. If you live in a 2-story house, maybe put it on another floor. You just want to keep your phone as far away from you as possible. Since your phone is so far away from you, it's going to avoid any possible urges to grab the phone and get you distracted while you're studying. Now the second technique is extremely similar. I like to call it the mute and hide. By the name, instead of distancing the phone, just hide it somewhere. Now this mainly applies to very small areas when you're studying, for example, a dorm, but it also applies to public areas where you really can't hide your phone. For instance, if you're in a dorm like me, just put the phone inside a cabinet, and if possible, make that cabinet be very far from the study desk. You're combining two methods into one. If by any chance you're going to put it in a nearby cabinet, just make sure it's very far into the cabinet. Maybe put it right next to that shirt that you never wear. You just want to make sure it's very well hidden. The more hidden, the less chances of you getting distracted. Now, if you're in a public space like a library or in a park, just throw your phone in your book bag. I know it might not be so effective, but it's better than having it in your pocket. Not only are you going to feel it there, but if you have light colored pants or short, when you get a notification, your pants are going to start lighting up a little and you're going to be like, oh, my phone. So just keep it in the bag. Now my last technique that kind of seems counterintuitive to the other techniques that I mentioned, but this is really if you just have no other option, or you just don't want to hide your phone, you're too scared it's going to get lost, you're too scared it's going to break somehow when you're hiding it. I just like to call it the face down technique. You're going to place your phone around you near where you're studying, but just do it face down. Meaning that you won't be seeing any notifications that are popping up while you're studying. Now the best way to maximize this technique is to still not have the phone in line of sight. What I mean is maybe put it in back of the laptop that you're using to study, or even behind a book. Maybe put paper on top of it. That way not only is it going to be face down, but you're not even going to be able to see it. It's going to blend in with the surroundings. Now personally, I like to use this technique when I have important anticipating calls. You know, this is real life, and there's sometimes when you know you're going to get a call in 20-30 minutes, an important text. If this is the case, just leave your phone face down and just put the volume very high. Now if you're anticipating a call or a text, I never like to put the phone very far away from me. That's because if I leave my phone far away, I still get up, I go to my phone and see if I got a call or a text. Even though I know that the volume is on high, I still get very nervous, and this is just something personal that I have experienced. Just leave your phone face down around you, and even if you do get anxious like me, it's very simple. Just flip it around, you don't see a call, you don't see a text, you put it back down. Now I can't really guarantee you anything with any of these techniques. Like I said, these are just some that work for me. At the end of the day, the decision to use your phone is going to be solely on you. So just try to avoid it at all costs. Not only is it super distracting when you're studying, but it is extremely time wasting. All that time that you spend, you know, having those type breaks, checking Instagram, they can be spent studying more efficiently. Not only study more, but study better. By avoiding cell phone distractions, you can easily focus more on the content you're trying to study. Guys, that is it for this video. If you guys like this video and found the techniques useful, make sure to give it a like, a thumbs up, and share it. If you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to subscribe and check out my channel. If you guys have any comments or questions, leave it down in the comment section below. That is it for me, but always remember, stay hydrated.